Time now for today's One Good Thing. Someone or something makes West Michigan a good place to live. A scrunchie is a simple thing, piece of fabric designed to hold hair together. For one West Michigan woman, however, that little item held together a lot more than just that, including her own peace of mind and a family on the other side of the world. In pictures, it's an idyllic life. A young couple welcoming their first child into the world, healthy and happy. But for new mom Jennifer Sipe, she was neither happy.
When he was first born, it felt there was just I was very indifferent.
Nor healthy.
About 6 months in, I started to have some pretty intense, intrusive thoughts. Internally, a storm.
Jennifer knew enough to call her therapist. Then she began her battle with postpartum depression.
At some point in my life, I got to get me back.
While rocking her son Roman at 3:30 in the morning, Jennifer had a moment of what she calls freakishly divine intervention.
After Roman went to sleep, I booked it into our room and I woke my husband up and I was like, it's Scrunchies. That's what I could do.
But her idea took a temporary backseat by developments more than 8,000 miles away.
Johannesburg, but I'm more in Cape Town now.
Jeremy Bechnar was a tour guide in South Africa, put out of work by the pandemic.
Absolutely no income from our side.
Add in South Africa's rising political violence, and it's a far cry from the country Jennifer experienced 5 years ago while leading a children's group when she met Jeremy, who was their tour guide.
The moment I met Jeremy, I think within 10 minutes, I told him I was meant, I don't know what for, but I was meant to meet you on this trip.
And I knew exactly this is going to be a lifetime friendship.
In addition to being out of work, Jeremy and his family were in danger of losing their home.
It was really, really bad.
He said, we've gone intermittent days without eating. Our car has been taken.
Jennifer shared Jeremy's plight on Facebook, asking friends for $73, which could sustain his family for a week.
In a matter of minutes, he messaged me back and he said, Jen, I have $260 in my PayPal.
She now shared Jeremy's story on her new Instagram page for her scrunchie business, Jenny & Co.
And I woke up and there was over $1,500.
Then Jennifer began through her company the campaign Scrunchies for a Cause, all proceeds to help Jeremy and his family.
And within 2 hours, we had over $900 and they were sold out.
I started literally crying with my wife.
Jeremy's home is saved. Now, 4 times a year, Jenny & Co. will continue Scrunchies for a Cause. Over 5 days, all proceeds will go to one mission.
In mid-November, I'm doing it for the kids of Grand Rapids in safe houses or homeless shelters for Christmas gifts.
And continually another program, Sister Scrunchies, will help women in South Africa in need of feminine hygiene products so they can go to school.
Whoever buys one, they get the scrunchie, but then the matching fabric will also be sent to the girls in South Africa, along with either reusable period underwear or reusable pads.
What began with a potentially debilitating diagnosis of postpartum depression developed into a drive to help herself, a friend, and so many others.
When I started making them, I'll never forget when I made my first one. I tried it back in January at my mom's, and it was the most god-awful, hideous frickin' scrunchie I've ever seen in my life. The fabric was ugly, the stitching was horrible. So I kept going and I kept letting that vulnerability happen of growing. And when I made my first beautiful, perfected scrunchie, I sat here and cried because it was so good and I was so excited. And even if for a moment when people open my packaging to feel that, yeah, even if it's just a scrunchie, like little things make the big difference.
One good thing to Jennifer Sipe and her Scrunchies for a Cause. I'll have a link to her Jenny & Co. website in the web version of this story. I also put out a longer companion podcast episode of this story. Just search Alone at the Desk on Spotify, SoundCloud, or iTunes. If you have a one good thing you would like to submit, someone or something makes West Michigan a good place to live, email me with your photos and or video to onegoodthing@13onyourside.com, onegoodthing@13onyourside.com.